All right. Good evening, everybody. Can you guys hear me? If you guys can hear me, can you type in a 111 in the chat box? Let me just see if you guys are okay with the sound. All right, we got some response here. Great stuff, guys. Happy Shab Gome and welcome back to Super Wednesday. My name is Chin Hua, and together with me on the Super Wednesday team, Pochu, Mr. Lingam, and Alfred. Okay, welcome everybody. Tonight we have a very special guest. Okay, and if you guys are in Kuala Lumpur right now, can you guys hear the fireworks? It's just right outside my house. It's so noisy. Can you guys hear it from my earpiece? Yeah. So wow. Okay. It's never ending. Okay. So today we actually had the privilege to invite someone from Singapore. I don't think you guys can hear it in Singapore fireworks. Okay. So come to KL.
No.
Right. Yeah, Singapore is very quiet, David. Yes, congratulations. Well done. Yeah. So I'm struggling to hear a bit. Yeah. So if I'm talking a bit louder, I'm so sorry. Yeah. All right. So Sheila does. She's from Singapore. Tonight we have her on to share a bit about her LifeWave journey and what was she doing before this as well. Okay. And basically, I'm just going to read out some of her credentials because she gave me a list long. Oh, gosh. I was looking through, I was like, wow, amazing, amazing lady. Yeah. So I'm just going to pick a few key points. Okay. And she is the Director of Global and Clinical Medical Education and Director of International Sales. Yeah. 18 years in the operating room nursing. Oh my gosh, how's that like? Assisting craniofacial plastic and reconstructive surgery. Gosh, she must have seen a lot. Yeah. 20 years experience in laser and non-laser aesthetic surgery. Yeah, she holds a very important role, yeah, to help surgeons as well. Okay. And she's been a LifeWave member since May 2023. That's quite recent, right? Oh, that's a year plus already. A year plus. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to let Sheila speak more about herself. Okay. And I'm not going to spill the beans. So Sheila, can we have you on? The floor is yours. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you. Thank you so much, and thank you everyone for joining. And my name is Sheila Das. I'm from Singapore, and really honored to be able to speak to you today. I hope that you're able to hear me. Um, I'm a I'm a nurse by training, okay, and I still hold my nursing license. I think it's a very important one. But after 8 years of working in the operating room, in one of the biggest hospitals in Singapore, I decided to actually move out with a plastic surgeon who's quite famous actually in Singapore and I think also internationally. His name is Dr. Waffles Wu, and set up his clinic and we were doing basically a lot of cosmetic and aesthetic work. So in terms of staying young, staying beautiful, looking gorgeous, meeting all the Hong Kong stars that I know of, which I cannot tell you what they have done. I have had all of that in my lifetime. Okay. Michelle Yeoh, I think I had tea with her in Hong Kong one of these days. But we did nothing for her, right? Okay, so because she's Malaysian, so I mentioned her name, okay? So for me, actually, when I joined LifeWave, I was um I heard about it before that, but I was very skeptical, simply because although I believed stem cells and the technology, and I believe stem cells do work, I believed more on the transfusion, the blood, and stuff like that. Okay, so when I heard about light activation, with copper peptide, it was definitely a new arena for me. So being the nurse and having to have science back me up, I have to test it, right? Research it, and then, you know, let it prove me wrong, and then embrace it. Okay. So this is a little bit of introduction about this, and it took me actually with a health condition where my brother, who had a renal issue, for me to really test it out on him, because it allowed him to actually do blood tests almost every 2 weeks because he had renal problem. So I could actually monitor his results. And that was one of the main reasons why I was convinced there is some science to it, there is hope, and then put my brain back into it and did more research on it and tried it. And of course, tried it on myself and my mom, who actually suffers from dementia. So, okay, so the most important question, come on, I can't seem to move my slide. Is there a reason? Oh, okay. So before I start and tell you how wonderful this product is, I'm sure you have seen the slide, and this is the disclaimer which I need to put out, that these LifeWave products are not intended for diagnosis, cure, or prevention of disease or medical condition. If you have a medical condition, always see a physician or other qualified haircut provider before embarking on a new treatment. Okay, product use, diet, or fitness. What we need to also understand is, I consider LifeWave on par. So if you are actually already on medication, it does not mean that you can't use it. Okay, it's an add-on. Okay, it's like, you know, when you're pregnant, I'm talking to women, I'm sure guys understand it too, right? Your mother will start cooking for you chicken essence and start feeding you with all these kind of things, right? So see that as an added touch on and a plus point when we are applying LifeWave. Okay, right? So everyone is like, okay, do I totally stop my medication? Do I go on with it? I say, what? Use your medication. But what you find out is, as you start using LifeWave, there are parts of you that will improve, that you will understand, my sugar level is going down, something is in the control, I'm not eating as much, I'm more alert, I'm not that tired, it's not that so painful. So does it treat the condition? I'll ask that question back to you. Okay? So long as you feel better, then it has addressed a condition in you. Okay? And the other condition that it has addressed is the fact that now you're a bit more convinced that it works. Okay? Oh, after my disclaimer, okay, why LifeWave? Okay, having said that, right, about myself being skeptical, being a nurse, you know, light energy, what nonsense, you know, right? Why LifeWave? My answer at the end of the day is, why not? Okay, why not LifeWave? Okay, I hope to answer this few questions: why you want to use it, why do you not want to use it, and why you should use it now. Okay, yeah. So I hope by the end of this, I will be able to say that. So can we actually have health marry wealth? Okay, that's another good thing about LifeWave. It's just not only increasing the wealth of your health, it's also increasing the healthy wealth in your pocket. Okay, so there's two things that you can look at when you look at LifeWave. For me, was really initially. Okay, so sorry about that. I think somebody had their mic on. Okay, so what happens for me is, when my health got better, okay, I felt like, okay, that is such a wealthy, good thing to have, you know, health being wealthy. And then my pocket also got plumber. Okay, as people saw how the improvement they had in me, and I was so convinced that my conversation and my speech about product changes, right? People were more convinced to use it. And the more people use it, the better you are too. Okay. Firstly, because I was really happy that my friends were looking at the product and they were improving, or their mothers were improving. I find sometimes to address what's the most concern, sometimes it's not the person itself, it's sometimes their parent. Okay. And have that conversation with, you know, what is the issue? What can I treat? What can I address? Right? Next is the company. I'm going to go this really quickly because I think for everyone who is sitting in here, you probably know the company. Okay, you know the company, but basically what the company did was founded in 2004. Its headquarters in San Diego, although it's from Ireland, and it's a patented wearable technology, okay, that uses our own power of light, okay, infrared right within our body, okay, to repair the body in a cellular level, okay, and improve health, wealth, beauty, and make you live longer, longevity. Okay, and I'm going to elaborate that a bit more because this kind of like bunches everything out in one slide, right? Okay, so basically what it does is it is all in one small sticker. Okay, my neighbor's kid said, "Auntie, it looks like a sticker." And so for the child, I actually drew a happy face and stick it. It's as simple as that. Okay. So what it does is actually taps on our own body's natural resources. There's no medicine in this, okay? And then just rebalances back the flow to what we were previously 10 years ago, 20 years ago, right? When we were born, and try to actually slow down the process. So although LifeWave used this thing as can we reverse aging, I really liked the word of slowing down aging, okay? I don't think we can totally reverse aging, but I definitely could slow it down to a point where I age gracefully. Okay, I age gracefully. If I look 50, let me look at as an amazing 50. If I'm 60, let me look like a super 60. Okay, I don't have to be a pain limping 60. Okay, and that is what I think when we look at LifeWave, this is exactly what we're looking at. Okay, we're looking at the plus point of where we can be. Okay, we're looking at 60 and looking at how amazing I could be at 60, right? So if you're looking at that, then please stay on this talk because I'm going to continue talking about it. So, of course, our founder is David Smith. I don't have to tell you, he's the founder, the inventor, of course, the CEO, which is kind of good because being the founder, the inventor, and the CEO, you kind of dictate how you want this product to move. Okay, because you are the inventor, you feel you have a personal identity with this patch, so you want to make sure it is best quality before you sell it out and it works. Okay, because there is a passion attached to this. Next is that he's of course a doctor of science and he has many awards, and when he first started doing this, it was more for the military, okay, the Marines, and I like this quote of him where he says, if we were back in the 20 years and we talked about the subject of age reversal, it was impossible. It was considered like going to space, okay? Living in the moon, okay? Nothing is going to happen. But the fact remains that stem cell, now when you talk about stem cell, everyone can talk to you about it, okay? If dogs had a voice, trust me, they could also talk to you about it. Okay, that is how stem cell nowadays is actually addressed. Everything, if you go to a pharmacy, you take a product and you look at it, they always tell you vegetable derived stem cell. Okay, something, it has some catchphrase, some word, some candy, some chocolate, that can add to this thing. Okay, so like I said, always keep your eyes on the science. Okay, keep the eyes on the science. So we have 130 patents, plus patents, and I think more coming our way. Okay. It's of course first started for Navy SEALs who were living in submarines. So I'll talk about energy enhancer in a bit because it's one of the first products that we have. And then why the product? Okay. For me, the most simplest term, if you ask me, right? Why the product? I tell you, it's the easiest to use. Of all freaking stem cell products, okay, that says it address your stem cell, LifeWave is the easiest freaking product to use. Okay, even when I'm like traveling in a bus, I can stick my LifeWave all over my body. Okay, right? I have no problems doing that. And if you ask me, have I done it? Yes, I have. Okay, don't tell anyone. Okay, but yeah, because I'm like, oh no, I forgot my LifeWave. No wonder I'm feeling that pop, take it from the back, stick it all over. Okay, right. So why the product? One is easy to use. So if you're convincing someone, the science is already proven. Okay, is how easy it is to put it on. Do I have to go to a lab? Do I have to take blood? Do I have to do this? No, you don't. Okay, you don't have to transfuse. You don't have to look for a young baby. You don't have to eat some person's embryo, whatever, you or placenta. Some famous person did that apparently. You basically just have to take off 2 pieces of paper and stick it on your body. Simple as that. And the rest of it, your body heals it, activates it. It's as simple as that. Okay. The product itself, if you look, there's a whole range. So what is beautiful about this slide is not only telling you that, hey, we have an excellent product. It also tells you that David Smith is committed to addressing something new each few years. Okay, so it's a growing market. Okay, that we are looking at. It's not just I got one product, I sell, and then don't look at what the future holds. So what is the issues people are coming back and say, do you have something for this? Do you have something for that? So he addresses almost any issue. Okay, so that's the beauty of this. It's just not all the products that we have, but it's also in every few years, something new is coming out. Okay, so if you're someone who's looking at investing it as a business, then know that there is always something new that's going to come up. Okay, you're never going to sell one product and say, okay, I've exhausted the whole market, what's next? Okay, so that's the beauty of it. And I know they're trying to show us, the investments and what we've done. But for me, when I look at this slide, the most important thing for me is we are always developing something. Okay, and that's the beauty of it. Okay, next, aging. Okay, with the wonderful thing about aging is we start aging, like I said, 25 years old, huh? Okay, so I don't know who's 25 here. If you're 25 here and you're patching, I hate you, okay? Because I wish I had these patches when I was 25. Okay, the thing with aging is not just aging in itself, but aging has come with a series of issues, okay? Disability, aches, pain, slower recovery, dementia, chronic diseases, heart condition, nervous system, memory going, all of these are associated with aging. Okay, so when we're looking at this, and that's why we have multiple products too. Okay, when we address stem cells, we address little conditions here and there that we can address it with our patches. Okay, so the stem cells, as we know when we are young, okay, which is this wonderful slide, babies, 100% stem cells. At 80, you're already losing it. Okay, at 30 years old, 25. At 60, 5%. I hate it. I hate the slide, I tell you. Okay, I hate this slide because firstly, one is a proven slide, so which means it's published, which means that I cannot get rid of it. Okay, two is the fact that 60 is so young. Okay, people say 60 is like the new teenager. I don't know when I have 101 aches, pains all over and can't remember. I think 60 is a new teenager because you cannot remember your age. Okay, right? And that's the one reason I find that we really need to stick this patch early. 25, stick it. Okay, that's when you start aging. Okay, catch up. As simple as putting X39, please go ahead. Put it on. Okay, and start young. And when you are at 60, you know what? Put the X39, put that X49, put a few of them, okay, because you're catching up. And the wonderful thing is, within about 3 to 6 months, I see amazing results, and I can swear by it. And in things that I couldn't do, where pain that I did have, less and less is happening. Okay, yeah. And I really sound like a puppet because I keep repeating myself. Okay, and the main reason is because I want you to be convinced that it's backed by science. Okay, you are definitely going to age. Okay, please do something about it because the technology is available. Okay, next. Okay, stem cells. So previously, okay, the way people started getting stem cells was getting babies, like young people's blood, then regenerating it back to the body. Okay, the problems arise with one. Okay, this is how all these little banks, when kids were born, they have cord blood banks. Okay, and the thing was to actually store your cord blood so that later in life, if you need it, you can use it. Okay, because you needed the early stem cells. Unfortunately, all this stem cells harvesting had issues. Firstly, one, the cord blood needs to be stored in some shelves. And in Singapore, lately there was an issue where the cord blood bank didn't have backup when the refrigerator died, and then everything that was in it had to be said goodbye. Okay, so all of this which you have no control of. Okay, as opposed to a patch that you stick behind that you can keep in your pocket and carry every day. I mean, come on. What more do I have to say? Even the sheep are talking to me. Okay, yeah. So the other one was, of course, taking it for animals and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I think the nice thing about LifeWave is the simplicity of application and the predictability of results. Okay, so next. Okay, what is the future? What is the future of medical technology? The answer is stem cells. Okay, and it will go for the next 20 years until something new comes into place. People address stem cells is still the password. Okay, the password for reversing aging. Even doctors agree on it. Okay, the problem we have right now is the ministry needs to understand it. Okay, and doctors need to agree on how do we get and harvest stem cells. Okay, the conviction, because if we sold them stickers, I think they'll be out of job very soon. Okay, but do I have friends who are doctors who are using them? Absolutely. Okay, and I have doctors who have used it for pulled muscles over the shoulders, just amazed by what is happening, okay, because their science background would not back them. Two is I have people who have heart condition, palpitations, taking glutathione, and shocked when, oh my God, arterial fibrillation actually improved. How did that happen? Cannot be, I'm an anesthetist, I cannot be wrong. How did this happen? Okay, I'd rather not know. Stick some more patches, buy some more. Okay, right. So definitely, is there a science to it? Yes. Is it working? Yes. For us is to make the connection and agree that it helps us. Okay. And at the same time, okay, maybe earn some money out of it. Okay. For me as a nurse, is when I started this whole um, uh, investing into LifeWave was all about being a nurse. You know, people come to me and say, "Oh, I have this issue," you know, blah blah blah. It was actually solving an issue. Okay, so I'm a miss solver. You know, you come to me and tell me, blah, 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 I say, let's stick this. Okay, well, stick this. Okay, so what happens at the end of the day is, one of the important things I will kind of talk about is not just having people who use the product, but also if you're looking at has this as part of the business, find people who also build with you. Okay, people who will build the business with you. Okay, and if you're able to do that, then you know what, you can leave the talk now. So, introducing X39. So X39 is a basic sort of stem cell activator. Okay, so what is an activator? Okay, it has 130 patents, which I'm repeating, 80 clinical papers, 20 years of development. So X39 is not the first sticker that we had. So it actually came into us in 2019. So basically, this is how I kind of explain to a very layman about X39, copper peptide, and how it activates stem cell. You know, Singapore and Malaysia, we play football, right? Right. Stem cell is the goalpost, okay? Copper peptide is the ball, okay? X39 is your leg, okay? As simple as that. Okay, in order to get a copper peptide to a stem cell, you need it to the goalpost, you need X39, the bloody leg, to kick the damn ball. Okay, if you're able to kick the ball will activate the stem cells and your ball will roll to the goalpost. Okay, it's as simple as that. Okay, it's an activator. Okay, it is not going to sit down. So without the X39 activating the copper peptide, the copper peptide is going to sit there and be partially, because you're aging, partially working and partially not working, and then your stem cell will just mati and die. I wouldn't say this word because it's chap gourmet, but you know, I'm just saying. I can't say all these dead words. It's not lucky, but that is where we are. Okay, so it's as simple as that understanding. Of course, we have 101 papers. Okay, and we definitely know copper peptide repairs your genes. Look at the number of products. Just walk into a pharmacy. Look at the number of products that's on the shelf that has copper peptide. Anti-wrinkle creams, anti-tightening creams, anti-lifting creams, everything has copper peptide. I don't know how they store it because copper peptide dies very quickly, but then it is for rapid healing. They say you want to repair this wound, yeah, put this, contains copper peptide. Recess genes, okay, collagen, okay, collagen. I'm going to give a talk on aloe vera soon, and trust me, when I talk about collagen, you're going to cry. Okay, convert old cells to young state. Okay, how do you do that? Okay, all needs copper peptide. Okay, all needs copper peptide. Okay, that's why copper peptide is so important for us to focus on it, because you need it to activate your stem cells. Okay, without the activation, your stem cells swim, and go to the moon. Okay, yeah, okay, so how we can do it? It's very simple. The technology, no drugs, it's not transdermal, it's not invasive, okay, which is the one thing people love. And with the older generation who are always popping pills, it's the one thing that stops them from using. Okay, then you have to explain to them, it's not okay, it's not that there is nothing in it, which is kind of true, there's nothing in it. It is actually the light. Then you talk to them about light, and then their eyes, okay, and then tell actually light is within your body. It was always there. It is the thing that helped you for healing, and they're shocked. And it says keep the language simple when you're talking about the product. Keep the language simple. So it's unique because it's the only phototherapy product. And the phototherapy is not like people tell me, I put under my shirt. How come no light? How is it going to activate? You don't need the light. They don't need sunlight. Okay, your body has light. Okay, your body's light is going to activate. So if you even put it like in your buttocks, okay, it's going to be activated. Okay, it's just a matter of time, because it depends on where your pressure points is. Okay, but I have ladies who stick it at the base of their feet and it helped them. Simply because the feet, okay, and the palm are the areas that give you the least problem of rashes, the least problem of issues like redness. Okay, dump it under your feet, it works. Okay, so I tell her, stick it under your feet, and then put your shoe on, and that's it. Okay, and it works. Okay, so you don't need sunlight. Okay, so I'm going to strike that off. Next is, these patches are also very reflective of the light within our body. If someone has a knee pain, for instance, you can patch it in that area itself. Okay, because sometimes it's psychological. Okay, if people feel pain in their knee, and then you tell them to stick it in their spine, they're like, what's wrong with you? Huh? My pain is there. Okay, so sometimes you need to address, your pain is where? Here, 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 here. Okay. Okay, it will still work. Okay, it will still work. Trust me. Okay, drink a lot of water, darling. Okay, that's the one thing. Oh, I'm not going to go through this. Okay, but as little as 6 months, okay, alopecia will lengthen to about 8.5 years of age reversal, which is amazing. Okay, I can't guarantee that even for like intravenous. Okay, so testimonial. So for me, my testimony is two. One is in terms of more medical and physical health. Okay, more energy, definitely for me. In terms of what I shared just now from my brother, his creatinine levels really dropped, and he used X39. My brother is someone who is like, 1 year in, 1 year out. Right? Every day I have to patch him. When he comes and pick me up, I'll patch. Okay, until he saw his test result. Now he's convinced, so now he patched himself. So I use X39 and also X49 on him. I then rotated with energy enhancer, okay, and Aeon. Okay, and with a lot of renal patients, they also have borderline cardiac issues. So I use glutathione on him. Okay, so it's by no accident that this list makes into my favorite patches. So my favorite patches is actually X39. If you talk to people and they say no, I tell them, you know what? Just take X39. Okay? Just take X39 for 6 months and don't talk to me. After 6 months, I will get back to you. But of course, in between, they ask me 101 questions. This always happens. Okay? Oh, I'm actually feeling a bit better. I said, really? Yeah, you also sound a bit happy. Okay, because I think when people, you get rid of your pain or you get rid of your pain issue, they become a bit happier. So X39 is also known to make you happy. I think it's because it addresses all your problems, then you become happy. Okay, so X39 is my basic. I says be convinced for 3 to 6 months about it. Okay, and most of them would then ask me, okay, what else can I use? Okay, so for me is if when you're having a conversation with them and X39 is something that you're very interested in, please add on Aeon. Okay, Aeon, our body has enough toxins and it's a good way of getting rid of it. Okay, put Aeon in and it will help you with any inflammation. If you're at the age where you're already 30 something, 40 something, trust me, you have 101 inflammations in your body. Okay, so pairing off with a X39 with Aeon is usually my first step. Okay, so the next one definitely is Aeon, right? So Aeon is my first patch. It's like if I've got pain, Aeon, okay, is very commonly what I reach over. If I can't sort of like address that, then maybe then Ice Wave will be the next one I will add on for pain. Okay. My next favorite is also Canosin and glutathione. Okay, coming from an Indian family, yeah, inherited a lot of bad genes, by the way. Genes come from not just from you, come from your wonderful family, Mine is Indian, unfortunately. So heart problem lah, diabetes lah, high blood pressure lah, all is like given in a box to you when you're born. Okay, so glutathione and carnosine is the other two favorite ones that I have. You can stick it on your chest, you can stick it on the sternum. It really helps you breathe better, better blood flow. Okay, so if you're someone who has heart condition, yeah, it's the two of the patches, probably something you want to work with. Okay, yeah, we promise, right, not to heal anything, right? We just improve the condition. Okay. Next is energy enhancer. So I always told myself I'm very high energy. Okay, yeah, I don't need this. Okay, I don't need this. But then as you get older, your energy dies a little bit. Okay, so I started when I say energy enhancer. What is this? So I stick on myself. Oh my God. I tell you, I was just telling Chin Hua, I said, it's like, I guess men feel when they pop the blue pill called Viagra. I don't know because I'm not a man. I never had to do it. But I tell you, my energy level that week was super high. My husband told me to take it off. Okay. He said, I don't think you need this. Take the damn thing off. But if you really are having a state of week that your energy level is not fantastic, and trust me, for my brother, I stick an energy enhancer on him because as a renal patient after dialysis, he's really tired and he doesn't have much energy. Energy enhancer really works on him. Okay, so that has become my really smile in the face, happy patch that I'm convinced I'm going to stick on for a long time. Okay, there are other patches that I love. Ice Wave is one of them, which I introduce a lot to my neighbors. I live in an area there's a growing aging population. Okay. Yeah, so I also use that. Elevator is another one. I didn't include that in my talk simply because I'm going to give a talk, launch it in Singapore. So I have 45 slides on that, on aging and that. So I like to keep that for the big event. But if you are presently looking at the Valentine offer and you're thinking about it, don't think, okay? Just go and get it, okay? The creams are fantastic. I wish they made the eye cream in a bigger bottle so I can rub it on my whole body. Okay, I'm not a pervert, but there are wrinkles in areas you don't want to know, and that is actually a great product for wrinkles. Okay, if you want to put it on your whole face, go ahead. It's just that it's kind of expensive to put it on your whole face. Okay, yeah. So that is basically what I wanted to share. So in terms of reverse aging, always tell the clients, every one of us is not like because this is not a medication, okay? So it's not going to be like your end result is not going to be something you pop the pill and everything is okay. Okay, it's not going to happen now because with every pill you pop, your kidneys also goes a little bit. Okay, so if you're catching up with aging, it would take a time for aging to catch up. Then you find, oh, then you can slow down a little bit because you're catching up for all the years you never caught up. Okay, with this. So it will take a few days and some a few months and sometime a year, but never give up. Okay, never give up because continue using it because you are really heightening the stem cells, and then don't stop because then it starts to go down. Then you're always catching up. Okay, always catching up. So come to a point where you will kind of catch up with it. Your body still age, but you'll be at a point that you're healthier, wealthier, hungrier, younger, and happier. That's what it's an end of the day. Okay. So yeah, this is just a little bit long-term results. I think everyone has kind of seen it. And yes, water is my favorite tool right now because I drink a bit more water than usual to flush out everything. And yeah, that's what. So healing crisis, I thought I would answer it, but actually my talk is more on Korea. But healing crisis, does it happen? Yes, it does. Does it not happen? Yes. Some people don't get it either. Okay, but it happens. It can be a few things. It can be insomnia. It can be a little bit of irritation, frustration, and mood. It can be rash. It can be an outbreak. It does not mean that you're allergic to it. And I think that's the one question I want to answer. Okay, it's not that you're allergic to it. Your body is adjusting to it. Okay, with anything when you start, think of yourself as a kid sitting in a chair having your first spoon of horrible food your mother grind up of broccoli. It tastes like shit. Okay? But then your mom says, it's good for you. Right? Right. You have a crisis. You cry and cry, hoping that it doesn't happen. But it happens. But after eating it, it's like, what's next? Right? So it will go through a process of that. And you can talk to maybe your senior, your brand partner, and it will tell you how to adjust it. It can be alternate days, breaking down, and then going back to what you are. Okay? And it will help, and it will help to heal. And if you have issues, you can always send me a text and I can help you with that. Okay? So does healing crisis happen? And it does. Does it happen to everyone? No. Okay, I never had one. I don't know because my husband doesn't tell me everything. He thinks I'm xiao, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so but other than that, it is something you can overcome. Okay, it's something that can be overcome. So why I like this patch, I'm gonna put this in. I believe for someone who sells equipment that is $300 to $500,000, I sell devices, medical laser devices. I always tell people when you invest in something, okay, make sure one is easy to learn, easy to use. Okay, that's one. Two, there's science to it because I got to treat my patients, right? I must tell them if I'm going to remove your pigment, it better work. Okay, yes, there's science to it, which is backed up, right, by our patents. Three, the results are consistent. Okay, that means I stick X39 on you, I stick X39 on him, I think the results are consistent. Okay, people see improvement in it. Okay, and four, results are repeatable. Okay, if you can satisfy all this condition, which I think for X39 and for LifeWave different patches, it does, okay, then definitely you have a product that's worth looking at. Okay, it's a product worth investing. Okay, the most difficult patient is actually yourself. It's not your friend, not you, it's yourself. You need to be convinced, you need to be in a conversation that says that it works. Because if you're still having doubts, you're still rotating in there, trust me, you may not be showing it to the person you're enrolling, but you are definitely showing it in other ways in your conversation that you have doubts. Okay, it's okay to have questions, but find your answers. Okay, there's so much of us with so much of wealth of information, and we can definitely help you. Okay, and that's what I love about this whole groups and chats is that I always think I know everything, and then I listened to something and I went, oh my, amazing. I never thought about that, but yeah, it works. So, okay. So, like I said, that's a fact. It's stem cells repair cells. The solution that we have, so long as we can activate the stem cells, of course, is affordable and the patch is there. It is safe, it's patented. Okay, all the things that you need to tick off in your list. And I think I've come to the end of my talk. I can take any questions if you want me to. Okay, is that good, Chin Hua?
Thank you, Sheila. That was fantastic. I love the way on how you actually describe the X39 and the copper peptide and the what's the other one now? The goalpost, what's it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, the activation of stem cells. So
Yes,
that was
the
a very
ball,
good
the
analogy.
lick, and the goalpost.
Yes, that's right. I love
Yes.
it. I love it. Thank you so much. We are not letting you go just yet.
Yeah.
So we have some questions from the floor, Sheila. If you
Sure.
could help me to address some of the questions, that would be very nice. Okay. So if you guys have enjoyed Sheila's presentation, which is short and sweet, can you type in a 111? Type in a 111 if you have enjoyed Sheila's presentation. Thank you so much. Fantastic. Okay. All right, let's start with the question. Now, Caroline, may I know what patches are good for breathlessness and where to patch?
Okay.
The person has already patched X39 AM for 9 months and her breathlessness is still there.
Okay, so basically one is to understand the breathlessness, what is the causation factor? Does she have any heart condition? Does he have any respiratory condition? So if it's heart condition, respiratory condition, I would say that you can do X39 Aeon and I would add glutathione on it. And you can stick that near your sternum, you know, like your end part of your chest. Yeah, you can stick it there.
Right.
Okay, and see whether that helps you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to first address what is the underlying issue, because some of it, breathlessness can be due to one, weakness of the lung itself. Okay, you have to get old, bad posturing, bad sleeping, snoring, and things like that. It can also be a fluid overload. Okay, in those cases of fluid overload, then the fluid needs to be removed out of the body. Okay, so they might have to see a doctor for that, and once that happens, then repair can happen. So you can take the X39 Aeon, and I would say glutathione will be a good option. Okay.
Fantastic. Okay, so next question. When When's question is that for knee osteoarthritis, do you know if protocol should patch in day or night? Thank you.
You can use day and night. I actually rotate X39, and I also do, I can do rotating days, which is X39 and X49, because X49 really helps with bone regeneration. So I will use that together, because for osteoarthritis, it is not just the bone, but it's also muscle repair. Okay, so I'll do X39, and Aeon gives you the least problem, so you can put that in the night if you want. Okay, but I can do X39 and X49 together.
Right. Okay, thank you so much, Sheila. Okay, so next question. Irene Lim asked, what can glutathione and carnosine be used for? Okay,
glutathione and carnosine, you can use for anything that's a cardiac condition, okay? A cardiac condition or a neuro condition, okay? So if you have like nerve repair, you have issues like heart condition, okay? Cardiac condition, yeah, you can use glutathione for that, and carnosine too. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can add that on. Bottom foot have done bone. Wait, sorry.
Okay. Sanitan, bottom foot having bone horn from X-ray, already put Aeon for 2 months, still having pain. Location pain may move around, is normal. Normally need how many months to see improvement? Okay, so having bone horn from an X-ray. So I presume that X-ray was done and you could see a bone horn. Is that what I hope it is? Already putting Aeon for 2 months, okay? But bone horn is more a bony condition. You may at some point need surgery, okay? And then you will stick either
Aeon on it. But if you're just addressing the pain, okay, then I will stick Aeon and also Ice Wave. Okay, Ice Wave on it. Yeah. If you're
Right.
not seeing any fantastic result with Aeon, I'll put Ice Wave on it. If pain is the issue you're addressing. Okay. Yeah.
Right. It's a great tip.
I'm
Okay.
going down. Is
So
there any
next
patch to
question.
curb beer addiction?
Yeah, alcohol addiction. All right.
Okay. I don't know whether there's any patch to curb beer addiction, but there's definitely a patch to improve your liver, which is glutathione. So I will use glutathione to, like, if someone has liver cirrhosis, which is someone who's drinking too much, you know, your liver is always the part that's affected, then glutathione is something that would improve it. But to curb beer addiction, you need to give them 2 Thai slaps and tell them to stop drinking. Okay, I'm kidding. But I don't know whether there's a patch that helps you with withdrawal symptoms or addiction like that. But you definitely can. The other reversal ways to address what beer addiction can lead to, and address the condition and to improve the liver. And I think glutathione does that.
Fantastic. Yep. So yep, glutathione is the one that will detox your organs, yeah, especially
Yes.
your liver. So go ahead and try that.
Yeah.
Yep. But there are reported cases that after patching glutathione, people can drink even more. They don't get drunk easily. So
That's
yeah.
because the brain tells them, now that my liver is healing, let me drink more.
Yeah, that's the problem. Okay. So no
Yeah.
matter what, you
Yeah.
still have to curb it. You know, it's all internal emotion and things like that. So yeah, get professional help if that doesn't work. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Wendy Wee, she is asking, when doing CRP protocol, need to take a break before repeating it again?
I usually would and just go back to normal, not doing the protocol, but still stick to my X39. I take a break, and then because the body, when you're doing the CRP protocol, and that's speaking from my own experience, it just goes through a total like revert, like, you know, a cleansing. Okay, so I will still continue keeping main patches, but not like in an active, like every day using the protocol back again. The other thing is, people ask me if I choose to use that, okay, every week, is it going to cause any issues? Nothing I have heard of, okay, like not that I can heard of, but for some people it can cause them to be a bit tired. Yeah.
Yep.
Because a lot of detoxing is happening. So depending
Yep.
on how much you can releasing. Yeah.
Yep.
I take a break.
Yep. Definitely.
I take a break, but
definitely.
I keep my X39 on. Yeah.
All right. Okay, great. Caroline has another question. For a person who has stage 4 cancer of the nose, what patches should I advise him to use? I understand that the norm is to use X39 AM for 3 months before you add other patches. As his cancer is spreading, would it be too late to wait until 3 months before he adds other patches? If so, what patches can he use straight away?
For cancer, that is probably nasopharyngeal cancer, right? Nasal cancer. Okay. So nasopharyngeal cancer, they will usually address breathing issues. Okay. You will handle all the other issues. For X39, what it's already settling the stem cells. Okay, so for me, we'll be addressing, like, I could put energy enhancer on him to allow him to have a bit more energy. Okay, so that they get up and walk around. 2 is definitely Aeon I will continue sticking on them. I don't have to wait 3 months, okay, to do this. Okay, sometimes we tell people to start on 3 months because people are just starting the product. Okay, you don't have to wait 3 months. I would tell people to at least use it for 3 months. But then if someone starts X39 in Aeon and asks me, could I still use carnosine? Could I still? Absolutely. Okay, absolutely. Keep an open mind about it. If you have a certain reaction of it, then take it off. But it does not mean that you cannot use it. Okay, so yes, I would actually add in glutathione and carnosine for me, for someone who's with nasopharyngeal carcinoma. And then I would also stick energy enhancer on him. And I will not wait 3 months. I can do it after 2 weeks.
Right. That's great. Okay. So next question, if I can see, just hang on a minute. Yeah. Okay. Well. Okay, so Wen is asking, thanks Sheila. So not necessary to have gluta or carnosine for knees protocol, yeah?
Need not have to.
Right.
Yeah. Unless you're having a nerve problem. Okay?
Yeah.
Unless you're having a nerve problem. Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead and try that first, Ben, and then see what happens, all right?
Correct.
Okay. Benjamin Lim, is it fine if we overlap X39 Aeon due to work and late, we may extend beyond 12 hours?
Usually we would like the body to rest. Okay. I think if you put it 1 or 2 days, it's not going to kill you. Okay. But if you're asking me as a question, can I stick it for 24 hours? I would say no. Okay. Simply because your body also needs to rest. You cannot keep breaking down, your toxin every day. Okay. I mean, every minute. But also because if you keep putting that, then the body can sometimes end up with like building an immune system. Okay. Then the patches may not work as effectively. Okay. It's something we need to look at, but we haven't done enough research for me to actually share that. So I would say 12 hours and take it off. If you forget for 1 or 2 days, that's fine. Have people used it for 24 hours? Absolutely.
Yeah.
My husband is one dear member. I can't say
Wow.
anything. But yeah. But but I would advise just 12 hours.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah.
That's right. Okay. So yeah, here's another question. Cavernoma, some vessels in the brain is affected. What patches to use?
Sorry again?
There's a condition called cavernoma. So I haven't heard of it before. So
I've not sure what it is.
Yeah.
Some vessels of brain is affected. What patches to use? So more neurological. So I would say I would use X39. Okay, definitely. Aeon and glutathione.
It can cause bleeding, seizures, and other symptoms. All right. Okay,
Yes.
got it. Yep.
Okay.
X39 Aeon. Yep. Go ahead. Okay. So okay, next. Irene Lim, what is a CRP protocol? All right, so CRP means for cellular regeneration protocol. And this, we actually normally do it to detox our entire system. Okay, so it's like a 15 days detox, and you may, experience diarrhea, tiredness, and things like that. Yeah, so this, you can refer back to your sponsor, and you can get the list of patches on what to patch morning and night. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Great.
Right. There's my drinker at the bottom has also asked, can I stick XP6 complete to help curb beer? So can you stick it? I've not tried it, so I like to speak from experience, and I have no experience with that. But ISP3 is also good for appetite hunger suppressant, right? So does it help with beer? I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. You can try it. You can tell me. I'll be interested to know.
Yeah. I think if this person has an alcohol addiction, he has to be counseled first.
Yeah.
Because
correct.
no patches will work if he's not ready to stop.
Absolutely. So
it's all emotional.
yeah.
And that is the first thing that I would actually suggest people to do.
Yeah.
Speak to an addiction counselor.
Yeah. So we have another one that says, after patching for 3 months, can I go for massaging? Absolutely. Please go.
Yes, that's right.
I go for massaging every week, and I still patch. Yeah, I still patch. It's just that when I'm going for the massage itself, I patch much later because I don't like them dislodging my patch. But other than that, yes, you can still go massage. No problem.
Yep. Okay.
And actually that's one of the emphasis and the things I want to talk about is the patch doesn't that's the nice thing about it. It's so easy, right? It doesn't really disrupt your lifestyle. Okay.
Right.
It actually adds on and gives you a better, wealthier health and lifestyle, but it doesn't put a stop Like, people say, okay, I go for therapy. I cannot do this. I cannot do that. The cute thing about pledging is you don't really have to stop.
Yeah.
That's the nice, beautiful thing about it. Yeah.
Right. We are so blessed. Definitely. Yeah. Okay. So next. Yep, there's one question up here. ET, which patch helps to improve eye health, getting rid of floaters?
Depends. I mean, I sticked X39 on it. There are some people who stick a reader on it. I would just stick X39 near my to help with my eyesight.
Yeah. So I do have filters, I think it's
Yeah.
been there since I was 15 years old.
Mm.
But the thing is that after patching X39 Aeon, it kind of reduces, but it won't like totally go away. It may take a longer time too. So
Yes,
let's
correct.
focus on other parts of the health that needs to be improved. And
Yes.
eye health, actually, carnosine is very powerful as well.
Yes, correct. Carnosine
Yeah.
is
It's
that's
super
another one.
powerful for
Yeah.
people who are suffering from glaucoma, cataracts. High
Yes.
sugar levels is
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
You can stick it right one
In the
here.
center.
Yeah, that's right. This
Yeah,
is
right
your
in the
third eye,
center.
right?
Yeah.
At night
correct.
when you sleep, okay?
Yeah.
So you can go ahead and try that right here, the third eye.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Next. Wendy Wee, recent bone density scan is still worsening, severe osteoporosis T-score negative 4.3. Just started CRP in February. How long to start seeing improvements? Doctor hardly recommend medication, but concern side effects, especially digestive system, very sensitive. Okay, Sheila.
Okay. For me, presently he's doing CRP protocol. You know what? Take a break from the CRP protocol and just do X39 and X49. Okay, X39, X49, and then osteoporosis, right? Yeah, just do that.
Yeah.
And then an alternate nights, just do Aeon. Just take a break for it. Just
Yeah, we have seen major improvements for people actually on X39, X49 for osteoporosis after 6 months, 1 year. It's amazing. Yeah,
because the X39 actually handles a very much in the cellular level of the repair, soft tissue repair. And then I find the X49 is really good for bone density repair.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
very targeted. So if you can address both tissue and bone, I think that's where the target is. And the reason why you will use Aeon is because with these people, they also have a lot of inflammation.
Yes.
Yeah. So you address that. That's another
Correct. Okay, we'll take one last question from Mong Ling. For elderly person who has lost sense of smell for 1 to 2 years and have sinusitis other than X39 Aeon, what other patches can help?
Amount of time is probably also some form of allergy from the fact that they have sinusitis, right? So for me, actually, for sinusitis, I would say if they are already on X39 and Aeon, I will actually stick carnosine on them. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Where would you stick that?
Huh?
Where would you stick carnosine?
Actually, you can stick.
Yes, the T zone. That's right.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's great. Okay. Benjamin Lim, are we allowed to use X49 alone without X39? Actually, not recommended. X39 is still the basic that everyone should have. X49 acts as a booster. Okay. So
well, if I had another way of answering the question is, can you just only use? I just want to correct this, Benjamin, because you can use it like an alternate. That means you can use X39 today and X49 tomorrow, but you shouldn't like just say, I only want to stick to one. Okay, that will not help you. Okay, but if you say that, okay, today I'll use X39, tomorrow I'll use X49, to sort of spread it out, yeah, you can. It'll be slower as if you don't use it together. But you know what? If money is an issue with the person and they need a bit more convincing, yeah, sure. But don't just tell them only use this. Because when you have osteoporosis, actually, X49 is really good.
Okay, great. So we have answered all questions, and I think we can actually call it a 9:33. Wow, just slightly
So I
off
don't have to
time,
put
but
silent night on my.
Yep. So
By the
again,
way,
we want to
silent night
thank.
works, huh?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we want to thank Sheila for graciously coming on and sharing
My
her
pleasure. I
experience.
learned so
It
much
has
too.
been so much fun. Yeah, and so knowledgeable from your professional.
Anytime. I had so much
Yep,
fun. Thank you, Malaysia. I always have a lot of fun in
fantastic.
Malaysia anyway.
Yes, yes, yeah. So we wait for your presentation of the Ala Vida in Singapore during the
Sure,
launch.
come and join us. Thank you so
Fantastic.
much.
Yep. Okay.
Okay,
For the
and
rest
if
of
any
you,
of you have any issues, and if I could help you in any way, I'm going to type in my phone number. I'm in Singapore, so I am
amazing.
uh,
Yeah. So this is the community that is so helpful, right? At any time, anyone can just reach out to help anybody. Yeah, that should be the spirit. Yeah.
yeah,
So
that's right.
thank you for your generosity, Sheila.
Not at all. So just
Yeah.
send me a text. If I take a little while to answer you, it's only because I'm probably on another call somewhere, but I usually will try to answer the question if I can help you with it. Okay?
Amazing. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Good night. So
Thank you, Pochu, for inviting me, and thank you, Chin Hua, for actually you are the best person I know. I'd send you a text in 5 minutes.
yeah,
It's
definitely.
like sticking an X39. Oh, sorry, let me correct that. It's like sticking an energy enhancer.
Yeah. You have to be promptly done. Yeah. All
Okay.
right.
Okay, have a
Okay.
great day, guys, and happy New Year.
Yes. Happy Chapgonway, everybody. We'll
Yes.
meet you guys again, same time next Wednesday. All right.
Okay.
So we have
See
something
you.
special every Wednesday. Do come in. Yep.
Okay.
Thank you, Pochu, Alfred, and Mr. Lingam on the
Yes.
team as well. Yeah.
Thank you so
So
much. Yes.
thank you. Good night, everybody. Take
Good
care.
night. Bye-bye.
All the best.